So if you're a dog owner, you've probably done the whole dog-proofing thing, right? Hiding the trash can, making sure your favorite shoes are out of reach. But what if we could go way beyond that? Today, we're not just talking about preventing messes. We're going to dive into how you can actually design your home to make your dog happier and healthier. It's a total game changer.
So, let's start with a really big question. Just take a second and look around you. Is your home really built for you, or is it built for your dog? Have you ever actually gotten down on their level and seen the world from, a foot or two off the ground? It sounds simple, but that little shift in perspective, well, that's the key to everything we're going to talk about.
And trust me, it is a very different point of view. Dogs experience the world in ways we can barely imagine. Their sense of smell, their hearing, it's all dialed up to 11. And this quote really hits the nail on the head. Something we might totally ignore, like a slippery floor or a high-pitched noise from the fridge, for a dog that can be a huge, constant source of stress.
So here's our game plan. We're going to build what I'm calling a canine hierarchy of needs, kind of like a pyramid. We'll start at the bottom by understanding their world. Then we'll build a solid foundation of safety, stack mental stimulation on top of that, and finish with designing the whole space for lifelong comfort.
Okay, let's jump in. Section 1. A canine-centric view. This is all about that big perspective shift, seeing the world through their senses. We're talking about their incredible nose, their super sensitive ears, and their eyes that are just wired to catch movement. Getting this is the absolute first step. And once we understand how they see the world, it leads us right to Section 2, the blueprint for security. Think about it. Before a dog can even think about playing or relaxing, it has to feel safe. This isn't optional. It's the absolute foundation for their well-being, both physically and emotionally.
And right at the core of that feeling of security is the modern den. Now, this is super important. We're not talking about a crate for punishment or a timeout spot. No way. This is their personal sanctuary. It's a place they can choose to go to when things get a little too much, which gives them a sense of control and helps them learn to self-soothe.
So how do you make one? It's pretty simple, but you gotta get it right. First, find a quiet spot, away from all the foot traffic. An enclosure, like a crate or even just a cozy nook, works great. Make it comfy with good bedding. And this is the most important rule of all. You have to build positive vibes around it. Use treats, praise, and never, ever use it for punishment. That just destroys the whole point.
Okay, so they have their safe den, but what about the rest of the house? We have to remember one fundamental thing about dogs. They explore with their nose and mouth. If it smells interesting, they're probably going to try to eat it. And that's exactly why we need to do a full-on safety audit of our homes.
Let's start in the kitchen, which is basically a minefield of potential dangers. So many things that are totally harmless to us can be deadly for them. Xylitol, that's a sugar substitute in some peanut butter and gum, is incredibly dangerous. And you know the others: grapes, onions, chocolate. The solutions are pretty straightforward, but you have to be consistent. High cabinets, locked doors, and a dog-proof trash can are your best friends.
And the hazards don't stop at the kitchen door. In your living room, you've got electrical cords just begging to be chewed. A lot of common houseplants, lilies are a big one, are super toxic. And then there's the garage or driveway. Antifreeze is one of the deadliest things out there. We're talking a tiny lick can be fatal. So you have to store it securely and clean up every single drop immediately. Okay, so your dog's world is safe. Now what? Now we move up our pyramid to Section 3, the enrichment ecosystem. Because here's the thing, a safe house that's also super boring, that's just a recipe for disaster. Think anxiety and destructive behaviors. Mental stimulation isn't just a fun extra, it's an absolute necessity.
And the difference it makes is just night and day. On one side, you have the bored dog, who's probably chewing your furniture, barking at nothing, and just generally anxious. But on the other side, you have an enriched dog. Their brain has been put to work. They're calm, they're content, and they're tired in that good way that comes from having their natural instincts met.
So how do we do it? Well, here are some of the best tools for the job. Puzzle feeders and Kongs are awesome because they make mealtime a challenge, which dogs actually love. Snuffle mats let them use that amazing nose to forage. Lick mats are fantastic for calming anxiety. That repetitive licking is really soothing for them. It's all about giving them a problem to solve or a job to do.
And hey, you don't have to break the bank to do this. You can make some amazing brain games with stuff you've just got lying around the house. The muffin tin puzzle? A total classic. Or just roll up some treats in an old towel and let them figure it out. And my personal favorite, letting them shred a cardboard box to find a treat inside. It gives them a healthy outlet for that urge to tear things up.
Just, make sure you're watching them while they play.
All right, we're heading into our final section, pathways and future-proofing. So now we're going to zoom out and look at the big picture. We're talking about the layout of your home, the flow of traffic, and how you can set it up to work for your dog not just today, but for their whole life.
You can think of it like canine-friendly feng shui. You know when your dog gets the zoomies? They're pure speed, zero planning. So we need to create clear runways for them. Figure out their favorite zoomy corridor and move that sharp-cornered coffee table. And maybe the most important thing of all is non-slip flooring or rugs. A bad slip and fall isn't just physically painful, it can create a real lasting fear.
And this is exactly why thinking long-term is so critical. A dog's needs change so much over their lifetime. When they're a puppy, it's all about safety and setting up routines. In their prime adult years, it's about tons of enrichment and activity. But as they become seniors, the focus has to shift to making their world accessible and comfortable so they can age with dignity.
And making those adjustments for a senior dog, well, it's one of the biggest ways we show them we love them. And the solutions are usually pretty simple, but make a world of difference. Putting down rugs on hardwood floors to create traction highways, getting a ramp so they can still get up on the couch with you, a really good orthopedic bed for those stiff joints. It's all about preserving their quality of life.
Technology can lend a hand here too. Smart pet tech isn't a replacement for good design, but it can definitely enhance it. Things like GPS trackers for peace of mind, or those treat dispensing cameras that help with separation anxiety. Even an automatic feeder can help by keeping their routine super consistent. It's all about using these tools to support the great foundation you've already built.
So when you boil it all down, here's the big takeaway. This isn't just about moving furniture or buying stuff. A canine-centric home is a form of communication. Every single choice, from the type of rug you buy to the den you create, is sending a message to your dog. And that message is, you are safe here. You are loved. You belong.
And that's really what this is all about, right? This quote says it perfectly. When we intentionally design our home with them in mind, we're doing more than just making them comfortable. We're actively making our bond with them stronger. It's a real physical way to show them how much they mean to us every single day.
So, I want to leave you with one final thought. After all this, what's one small thing, just one, that you can do today, right now, to start seeing the world a little bit more through your dog's eyes? What's the first step you're going to take?